Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a Crusader SP, the Tier 7 British SPG, and we're on the north spawn of Siegfried Lines, and this particular SPG is being commanded by, and you'll have to excuse me if I get the pronunciation wrong, Arty Ashist Anahaba, and he's not a member of What Arty Noobs, but I think he'll probably join us in the future, maybe. Bit of a clash there with the M44. As you may know, the Crusader is unusual because you drive it backwards. Yes, they mounted the gun on the front of the vehicle because the engine went where the Crusader tank normally has it. So in order to drive this vehicle along, the driver has to sit at the front. Actually, he just sits behind the gun there. I think if you can see it closely, you can see the driver's seat, but the gun points backward, which makes it very odd to fight because you're playing an Arty, which is all reversed. Okay, he's not happy with that particular position, so he's moving. He wants to get a better angle. Now, this is a standard battle, which you don't often see on Siegfried Lines at this level. So you normally see a lot of assaults on Siegfried Lines. But I think he's found his firing position now, and he's aiming in on that AMX M445. Rounds out, and it lands near where that AMX is. Okay, right, there's a Cromwell B and a 5916 poking the field, and he's now looking where, yep, there's the Cromwell just coming to view, but no, he's going to go back to that AMX M445. There's a 12-ton and a T-34-85 defending against that Cromwell, and looks for a second there was a 3601, but he is firing the round directly over that part of the castle, and so it's going to be a difficult shot. He's got a red line now. Rounds out on the AMX. Well, it landed behind, but it did stun the AMX. Okay, we can see that Cromwell. He's keeping a BDI on them just in case they poke forward, because he might have to run away. The good thing is the Crusader can run away and fire at the enemy while it's doing so, if you auto-lock onto the enemy. Right, rounds out on the AMX, or he pulled forward just at the right moment. I think that mark on the front of the AMX may have been where he got his first hit. Okay, he's got a 24.3 second reload on this particular Crusader. Normally you'd expect 28 seconds, so he has knocked a bit off that, shaved a bit off, with a skilled crew and possibly a rammer as well. It's a 5.5-inch howitzer. He fires the round in there, and he gets it onto the rear of the AMX. Does 194 hit points of hit, and a nice bit of stun there as well. That's made the AMX back off because obviously his firing type rate is going to drop, and he's almost loaded, ready for another one. Just moving the aim, adjusting. Oh no, he's found a bathtub. S35CA, but before he can fire, it's been taken out. Mind you, the defenders on just to the south of him have also been taken out, so that 5916 is now free to attack him, and he's relocating as quickly as he can. Now you can see the recoil spars that stick up there. That enables the gun to be elevated and moved about. Now the one thing you can do is you can run away quite quickly in the Crusader, but as I said, if you auto-lock onto the target, onto the enemy, you can take them out whilst you're driving away from them. And I have seen a Crusader take out an enemy tank doing that. He was running away from that enemy tank, but the enemy tank decided to chase him and paid the price because he got wiped out right in the face with 5.5-inch howitzer shot. Okay, he's joining the M44 up on this ridge line. He might want to go a bit further away actually, because that 5916 and that M4 might decide to head for the cap. In fact, actually we now know where the 5916 is because he's directly to the south, and he's just taken out the AMX 12-ton. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Fires a round in, clutch at the 5916, and then relocates immediately. It was a near miss, but his team are down to 4 tanks now, and the enemy has quite a few. Yep, even though they just lost one there, the enemy still has 9 tanks to his 4. 2 Arty, the M44 in him, the SU-152 and the IS. And both of those two are in the city trying to cope with the enemy. And it's difficult. The enemy is down on health. That is true. And the 152 and the IS do have a lot of it. But he hasn't got the angle there to hit that Jagdpanther. And he doesn't need to hit the AMX because that's been taken out. Okay, the 5916 is directly behind him. He's just turned to face the gun to the rear to aim at the 5916, and will he get a shot in? Thrown out. Oh, that was lovely! It hit the side of the 5916 as he was turning around to come after Allergist, I should say, Allergist Anahabin. Okay, he's turned the vehicle round. He's running south as quickly as he can. Now it's 5 enemy versus 3 on their side. He needs to get as far south as he can without being spotted by the enemy. Oh, that SU-152 just took a big hit. I think that was from enemy Arty as well. Yes, he's stunned. Yes, it was an enemy Arty hit. And the enemy's got a GW Panther and an FP304. Now, the Crusader isn't as fast as the FP304. So if he was being chased, I think the Crusader would, the FP304 would actually win the chase. But he's still a pretty potent. He fires around in there. No, he didn't get any hits there. 3601 facing off against the IS. Yeah, the speed limit of the Crusader is 43 kilometers an hour. The Burt can do over 72, so I think it wouldn't be a contest. The Burt would chase. Oh, we lost the IS, but he did stun the 3601. But in doing so, he probably gave away where he was. And of course, that means the T-34, and he's all alone against 5 enemy. Ouch! This is going to be difficult. There's the Type T-34. He's turning, trying to get around, trying to get the aim on the T-34. Can he get it? It's going to be a shotgun. Oh, he wipes him out. 95 hit points, but he's now got to reload. Come on. Is he going to move? No, he's going to stay where he is temporarily. That was an enemy shot coming in there. I think it was from the 3601. He's going to be loaded in 6-7 seconds. He took a big hit there. That was from the Burt. There's the Burt. Would you believe it? He's going to hit the Burt first. Yes, because it's the one thing that can chase him down. The others can't. They haven't got the speed. He's using the Burt as a shield. He's trying to keep the VK 3601 the other side. Now he's going to run. Or is he going to stay there and wait for the reload to go in and then hit the 3601? Well, he needs to because he hasn't got much in the way of hit points. And the 3601 misses him. He's going to be reloaded temporarily. Yes, he's done it! 38 hit points. He's taken out the 3601. So he's taken out 2 of the most important members of the other team. Just like that. As well as the T-34 as well. So it's now down to just the GW Panther and the KV-1. Now, we haven't seen the KV-1 yet. And, of course, the GW Panther must be in the south somewhere. The question is, have they gone to his cap? And it looks to me like Allergy is going to do a quick run around and try and approach his own cap and see if he can spot the enemy as they're approaching. Now, if I was in the enemy Arty, I wouldn't come through the town. Not after seeing those 2 shotguns. I think I'd be very worried about an Arty who shotguns 2 enemy tanks, a Burt and a heavy, at close range. I would have been very tempted to run away from the 3601 and snipe him from a distance. But he really took that 3601 on face to face. There's a possible Kolobanov on here if he can actually take out both of these remaining enemy, or if he can cap out and win, then he's got a Kolobanov. It was 5-1 at one point. Okay, he's loaded, ready to go. He's going out into the field. I think he's working on the basis that the GW might be out here rather than moved into the near the cap. Now, I'm not sure what the view range of this particular Arty is. 330 meters. Now, I should think that's probably very similar to the view range of the GW. Well, the view range of the GW is also 330 meters, so they both got the same. Right, now, what's he doing? I think he's trying to set up an ambush from the field, going up on the top of the hill, to see if he can see the enemy and hit them whilst they're trying to get to the other cap. There's the GW! He's been seen! Now, he does have sixth sense. Dialing in the aim, going to hit him directly. Oh, he gets a good hit, but he doesn't kill him. A massive hit. Puts a stun on the GW, but he's running away as quickly as he can. Now, is he going to auto-aim and turn around? GW won't be able to see him now. He'll be out of range. But that GW is very badly hurt. Now, he knows where it was last seen. He's firing an around clutch. And I think that did land near where the GW was. And the fact that we haven't heard or seen the KV-1 suggests to me that he's AFK. Which means he's only really got to defeat the GW. And he's done it. But the problem is, if the GW has got sixth sense, and he did turn the moment he was spotted, or just after he'd been spotted, the 3-second delay. So I suspect that GW is the only active enemy tank remaining. Now that GW has definitely moved. He's coming in, trying to see the last time it was spotted, and he's now reversing towards the enemy. Now he's got a very slow reverse speed. Very slow. In fact, the reverse speed is 12 kilometers an hour. And there's the GW. And he knows he's been seen. He's dialed in. And yes, he gets him. 44 hit points with a shotgun. The GW knew he'd been spotted. And there's the KV-1. He's not. Oh, he is AFK. He is. He's just sitting there doing nothing. So Aslains can actually drive up behind him, take position behind him, or go into the cap and start capping. And the moment he gets to enough cap points, he's just about to complete by cap, he can blast the KV-1 in the rear, kill him, and then collect an invader as well as a Kolobanov and win the battle. Oh, right in the rear. Lovely. That's taken, what, 226 hit points off the KV-1. He only needs two more shots, one more shot really to bring it down to a one-shot kill. Mind you, he might take the KV-1 out with one shot. He's building up his capping. If the KV-1 does come to life, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And that shot, 225. That's a really nice shot there. That means he could possibly do it on the next shot, but he won't have enough time to reload if it's not enough. It should be enough. Both of the last two shots have been 225, 226. So if he waits until the cap completes, but he doesn't, he takes the Kolobanov. He must have been shaking, but that's a Kolobanov medal. Wow, that is pretty good feeling. I know, I've had it. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Aslains Anahabin. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He got 15 in that battle. And of course he picked up the medal that everyone would like to get, the Kolobanov Medal, for standing alone against 5 enemy and winning. And boy did he stand alone. He took on 3 of the enemy by shotgun. Well, 4 if you actually count the GW Panther. Maybe even actually you should say 5, because none of them were really aimed shots. He was doing them all shotgun. Of course, the first 3 were the most critical. That T-34, that Burt, and then the VK-3601. To do those was pretty amazing. I mean, obviously the GW couldn't fire at him when he was behind that building. But no, that was pretty amazing, to say the least. He also managed to pick up a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. He got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, and yes, we can see it was 6 kills. And he got a counter battery because he took out both of the enemy Arty, the Burt and the GW Panther. If we have a look at the team scores, well, top of the table when it came to damage, 2,239 hit points. He also got top of the table for kills with 6, and he came top of the table for base XP with 1,021, and that got him his ace tanker. Okay, let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 18 rounds, got 10 direct hits, 10 penetration, 4 splash damage, did damage of 2,239 hit points, of which 690 was at more than 300 meters. It just shows how much of the damage that he dealt was at close range, a lot of it. He got 1 hit, 1 penetration, and that was from the 3601. He also spotted 3 enemy vehicles, and he damaged 7 and killed 6. And caused 8 stuns and managed to get 63 capture points. I think I probably would have been tempted to wait until the clock got to 100 and then derp the KV-1 in the rear and picked up an Invader medal at the same time, because he would have picked up the Kolobanov if either had happened, but he would have picked up an extra epic medal on top of that. Let's have a look at the credits. Well, he received 35,909 credits, and he had a personal reserves bonus of 17,955, and there's a holiday ops bonus which is not showing there as well. So he total came to 59,609 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply and his consumables, he still had a profit of 11,559 credits. He received 1,532 experience points, and he had a personal reserves bonus of the same, and he got a personal missions payout of 460 and a holiday ops bonus on top of that. So he actually ended up with 3,769 experience points in total. But I think, you know, getting a Kolobanov at close range in TD mode is really nice. And yes, he did perform the victory dance right at the end, as I think most tankers tend to do. But it must have been a very satisfying one when he knew that he picked up a Kolobanov medal by fighting and killing the enemy in a Crusader 5.5-in SP. So well done, Alagi Ashist Anahabin, and I hope I pronounced that correctly, because it is a difficult name to pronounce, but well done indeed. That was a really good replay. Really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.